What's going on, guys? Benny Charles, founder of the Teach Me the Fish Effects Trading Community, and I am back with this week's futures forecast for the NASDAQ. Uh, I'll be looking at the Micro E Mini this week. Um, and you guys know my forecasts are very simple because the trading should be very simple. Um, let's take a look at last week's um, weekly candle. All right. In relation to the previous week, what did it do? It swept the previous week's highs, but it closed below the high. All right. So my immediate target will be this past week's low at 15,837 and 50 cents. Okay. Now let's take an overall look at what took place. All right. If we look over here, this is a weekly order block. Okay. Fast forward in time to this week. This was a week of July 24th, 2023. The previous week pushed through and respected the order block's mean threshold. However, this week it did push through, but it respected the overall order block. Okay. So for me, that is internal liquidity. So ultimately, I'm looking for external liquidity to be ran on. And where's the external liquidity? All right. The most recent swing low in this case, all right, was created on the week of October 23rd, 2023. So ultimately, I believe that we're going to at least come down to this external liquidity, this swing low right here. Now, with that being said, I know we are very close to all-time highs. I really don't think that we're going to get all-time highs, but it is very possible that this week's candle will open up for the week of November 26, 2023. It is possible it could open up, sweep these highs, and then head lower, right? Um, but then that would be, external to internal that we'll be looking for, um, which could be any of these fair value gaps. But I just don't believe that we'll do that. But it doesn't mean that we can't. All right. We're not in control of it. We're just recognizing the algorithmic signatures that ICT has taught us. Okay. So we respect the internal liquidity. This this weekly, the high of the previous week's candle was ran. We closed below it. So I believe the algorithm will start to price lower. Okay. Um, and from there, you would just drop down to your daily chart and just take it day by day. Same thing what I did on the weekly is what, I would do on the daily. For instance, let's see, let's start with Tuesday the 21st. All right. It ran Monday's high, right, and closed below. So yes, I was expecting for uh Tuesday's low to be taken out on Wednesday, but that didn't happen. So Wednesday's high or Wednesday's candle ran Tuesday's high, right, and closed below. So I was expecting for Wednesday's low to be ran on Thursday. But of course we had Thanksgiving here in the US. All right. And then so we're kind of just still kind of like ranging in on the daily chart, but we're losing like volume. Like look at these big volume candles that we had. But as we're coming up to here, we're kind of losing volume. So it's very possible that we could be getting ready to turn around. All right, we see here On the daily, we did have this daily volume imbalance right here that Wednesday's candle tapped into and respected. All right, we also have an order block. Sure, let me see. Yeah, we also have an order block that was respected on the daily. Okay. Um, what else? We have this balanced price range or inverse FVG that was respected. All right. You can see how um, this inverse fair value gap, all right? It was respected. Let's blow it up so you can see even the 50% of the inverse fair value gap was respected. It was not closed above. So I believe, excuse me, the algorithm is in a sell program now, and we're gonna head back lower. Now, ultimately, when I say lower, like this is the monthly equilibrium right here. So if I come here to the monthly, right? All right, this is for the December delivering contract. So if we start from down here, because this is where the move started at, right? This high put in this low, and then this is where we had the market structure shift on the monthly. So this would be the starting of my dealing range. This would be the top, and that will give me this equilibrium. So I'm looking for the market to price down at least to 13,653 and 25 cents before I would think about, logically based off of the information that we've learned from ICT that we could get, all-time highs. But that's just my theory. So that's where I ultimately think that we'll run down to. I don't think we'll get deep into discount. Um, I mean, looking at the weekly, right? Let me try to blow this up. I need to get a mouse. You can do this with a mouse, but let me blow this up. We have this FEG like right below the monthly equilibrium. It could tap into there and then shoot up, or it could come down and look to take out external liquidity. But I'm thinking it's gonna seek some type of internal liquidity to take out this external liquidity, which is the all-time highs, sitting at 16,261. All right. So that's just my theory, right? But we'll see. Anyway, back to the weekly forecast. All right. So again, my first target for this week is going to be 15,837 and 50 cents. All right. And then I just want to take each day, you know, just take each day, day by day, see what highs have been swept. Well, see what liquidity has been swept. Was it the high? Was it the low? And then drill down into my 12 hour, my 4 hour, my 1 hour, right? And see if the institutional order flow has been changed. So we look here at the 12 hour, right? We see that um, this would be our breaker right here, right? So we have this high, low, then a higher high, right? So this would be our breaker here on the 12 hour, right? Um, it was respected, all right? Then we got a high, all right? So again, we had a high, low, then a higher high. All right, so now this is our breaker on the 12 hour. So this is our breaker right here on the 12 hour. If we get a 12-hour candle to close right here, that's going to automatically tell me that institutional order flow is bearish, right? Now, we did have a change of institutional order flow on this last 12-hour candle when it inversed this 12-hour FVG, the 6 o'clock or 6 a.m. candle on Wednesday, November 22nd, which is my birthday. Happy belated birthday to me. Anyway, so for me, that is a change of institutional order flow. Um, from the onset, but now we have a more powerful PD array, right, which is this breaker that I will want to see disrespected and close below. All right. And then from there, of course, you start drilling down to, your 4 hours. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. So yeah, I mean, even on the 4 hour, we've already had a change in institutional order flow. Um, I mean, we've had fair value gaps here. This was inverse with this candle, right? Um, However, it was disrespected here, right? So not holding that. Um, let's see, do we have a breaker? We have that might be a more advanced breaker for me, but we did have this high, this low, this higher high. So I would probably take from here to here as my 4 hour breaker. Wanting to see that uh, disrespected or inversed. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. And this is what happens to me a lot. Oftentimes, I see these things, but I get manipulated like really, really bad. Um, Getting in too early, if you will. Let me blow this up for you guys. So make sure you can see it. It might be too much. I mean, we've had like on the 1 hour, we had like a change of institutional order flow, like way back here. All right. So we can see that this FVG here was inverse with this candle. Inversion respected. I bet if we go all the way across here, I'm gonna get rid of this 12-hour inversion and let's put in this 1 hour, right? And let's just follow that across and see. Look, 50% respected, like crazy. Like, so yeah, already on the 1 hour. And that's the thing with price. Price turns from inside out. It's gonna turn on the lower time frames first. It's just that that manipulation that just takes place on the lower time frames. That's sucky. All right. Um, but you can see that the 6 p.m. candle on Monday, November 20th was inversed on Tuesday, November 21st at 2 a.m., right? During London. Like London volume came in, inversed it, and it's just been respected. The mean threshold on the inversion has just been respected. So we're already on the sell program. Now, if we're going to stay in the sell program, that's the question. Just with everything happening, with fundamentals. I know it's the holiday season. Um, and I think we're going to see like engineered pushes. But now that Thanksgiving is over and we have almost a month um, until Christmas, I think we will see lower prices, and then maybe around Christmas, we may see another push up or whatever, just to kind of get everyone feeling well or what have you. But ultimately, I think we're going to go down into like the 13s. Um, so yeah, guys, that is going to be it because I think I'm just rambling on right now. But for this week, just to make everything clear, okay, I'm expecting my first target at 15,837.50. Uh, to be hit. And then I think the overall sell program that we've entered in um, currently will end at 14,136.50. And I think they'll engineer after that. I think they'll engineer buy side liquidity, right, to be taken to head lower down at least to the monthly equilibrium of 16,650, excuse me, 13,653 and 25 cents. So that is what I'm looking for this week. Looking for that first target of 15,837.50 to be hit, and ultimately for the current sale program 14,136.50 uh, to get hit, and we will drill down on the lower time frames to take each day as it comes. So, all right, I hope this has been helpful. Look forward to talking to you guys later. Hope you stay well. Hope you have a good trading week. And until next time, you guys have a good one. Bye.